Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back once again. Before we really get started or get into it here, I just wanted to express my gratitude because even if I only have one viewer for any of these classes, it really has given me the motivation and the support to just keep on making these, which is keeping me sane. For those of you that don't know, I have a 2-year-old, so most of the time is spent with him, and that's wonderful, but it's really nice to be able to escape up here to this spot and produce some content that hopefully resonates with you guys. So thank you so much for those of you that have been enjoying these videos or offering your support to me. I really, really appreciate it. So for today's class, we're going to be focusing in the side body, and that also means a bit of the obliques, so a little bit of core work. It's really important to remember about the side body. The two muscles here are called the quadratus lumborum, and whenever we're working into one side, so whenever we're flexing into one side, we happen to be stretching the other side. So it's very important that when we're stretching on the one side, we really keep some control on the side in flexion because it's very easy to just collapse down. And if you have a little bit of a soft side body like I do, you can really easily kind of fall into this collapsed state. So really taking a moment maybe before we get started to just think about what it means to engage while flexing into the side body. So we're going to be using a couple of blocks today just in case at the top of your mat. We'll also be making use of a yoga strap. This is not completely essential for today's class, but it might help us, it might help you as we come into one of these standing postures. And if you only have a necktie or something, that's fine as well. And our oils in the diffuser today are juniper berry, clary sage, and lime. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in a seated position. Whether you want to be sitting up on a block or a cushion or right down flat on the mat is your choice. But allow yourself time to come into the space, shifting the weight around. Just creating some small fluid movements here so we can find our center. And I like to start in the hips. So really pressing my weight back and forth between the sit bones until they've evenly grounded down, and then maybe moving out through the shoulders a little bit until I can feel the spine beginning to center itself. Shoulders can begin to relax, hands can rest on the lap, face up or face down, and then a very slight tuck of the chin in toward the chest so you feel the back of the neck grow nice and long. And once you've found this relaxed center, the belly is soft, the face is relaxed. Go ahead and soften or close the eyes. And as you begin to go within, maybe closing yourself off from some parts of your environment or of the day, or maybe just this is the first time you've had a bit of quiet, if you're like me. Allow your mind to relax. We're not trying to control the breath or focus on the body just yet, but just allow your mind to let go, to release. As you're able to mentally relax here, you'll start to feel the body soften. And as the body relaxes, then you can begin to turn your attention to where you might be feeling a little bit tense or tight. And sometimes just the simple act of acknowledging these tight areas allows us to begin softening. We might not be able to completely release just yet, and that's okay. We'll begin to expand and build upon the breath. Gradually deepening your inhales and extending on the exhale. Once you've found a nice rhythm of breathing here, we'll stay with it for 5 more rounds before finding that natural rhythm again. And slowly begin connecting with your natural breath. Notice if you started to tense up anywhere within the body. Allow yourself to soften, to relax. And you can keep your eyes closed. This next few rounds here, we're just going to begin rolling out through the shoulders. So inhale, shoulders come up to the ears. Exhale, sliding them down the back. At the bottom of the next exhale, reversing the direction. At the bottom of this exhale, we'll begin to alternate. And you'll notice as we start to alternate the shoulders, you start to feel a bit of a pull up through the side body and through the rib cage. So just thinking now about the support that we want to maintain on both sides. So as we begin to lengthen up through one side, try not to collapse yourself down through the opposite side. We'll reverse the direction. And we do this by maintaining just a little bit of engagement through the core, through the abdominals. And slowly make your way to stillness and center. If you are sitting on a block or cushion, I invite you to place it off to the side and come down flat on the mat. So this is where it might be handy to have a strap. We'll be also coming to do this in a standing position, but you can do this holding a block or just maintaining a good distance between your hands if you don't have any props available to you. So I'm going to take the strap, and you can see I've kind of messily folded it a couple times, and I'm going to have my hands about shoulder width apart. We're going to be taking our side bend with the strap. Having both arms lifted at once is automatically going to help bring length to the side body that is in flexion. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment. So taking your strap or prop, having it out in front, and if you are using a block, I understand your hands will be a little bit closer than shoulder distance, and that's okay. We want to maintain a little bit of space at least. On an inhale, we'll reach up overhead. And before we begin to bend here, you'll notice as we come up, the shoulders start to scrunch to the ears. Go ahead and relax them down. When we're not pulling up so much, we're able to better engage into the entire core. So we'll take a moment here to just slightly begin to tuck in that low belly and knit the rib cage in. Sometimes as we bring the arms up, we have a tendency to puff out the chest. So just settling into this arms overhead position here. We're going to start to reach the arms back behind us, and you're going to feel a bit of opening through the shoulders and through the triceps. You don't have to reach back too far. I'm almost just bringing my arms to frame the ears before they were a little bit in front. So just pulling the arms back a little bit, and my hands are relaxing on the strap. I'm not trying to pull or really engage too much into the hands. We're just opening up some space here. Bring your attention now to both of the side bodies. They might feel a little bit soft right now. That's okay. Just making sure that the abdominals are working with us and those strong muscles of the back. We're going to take a breath in, feel extension through the spine, not up through the hands. As we exhale, we're going to side bend to the left, and I'm mirroring you. As we do this, we're going to gently extend the arms over to the left. Keep the chin lifted from the chest. And you may have to extend that left arm out just a little bit more without really clenching or really engaging into the shoulder. This might feel a little unstable. So ground down into that right sit bone and then engage the Muladhara Bandha by doing that little Kegel squeeze. So squeezing the bum just a little bit to offer some support to the core. And breathe. As we breathe and create space, you may be able to deepen the bend just a little bit. But again, we're not collapsing ourselves down to the side. We're just finding big extension up through the right side body. Your next inhale will reach straight up. Relax the shoulders. If you need to bring your arms down for a rest, that's okay. For those of you that want to keep them lifted, just really enjoy the sensation in the body right now. On an inhale, find extension upward through the spine. Exhale, side bend to the right without engaging or lifting the shoulders. Keep them locked into place. Core and back muscles are supporting you from the front and back sides. And we're trying to keep our attention in those side bodies. We feel that big stretch now on the left. Just making sure we're not collapsing into the right. Chin is lifted from the chest. And then engaging that bandha, that squeeze from the bum in the pubic area. Breathe. Inhale, reach straight up. Exhale, gently bring the arms down. Place the strap off to the side. And just let all of that sensation wash right down the arms and release. We'll take a nice, easy twist right here. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, we'll twist to the right, starting at the waist. Taking a couple of breaths here to deepen up into the spine. One more inhale. Exhale to center. Reverse the cross of the feet if that feels okay with your legs. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, starting at the waist. One more breath in. And exhale through center. We're going to bring the legs out in front. As we do so, give them a nice little wiggle. Start to wake them up a little bit. And you just saw me move some flesh of the bottom out of the way so I can start to tilt my pelvis forward. We're going to take a couple of moving folds here. We do this a lot in my classes. It's a great way to open up the back of the body, the back of the legs, and the back as well. On an inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, extend. You're going to have a soft bend to the knees and fold, round down, hang the head. We'll take 2 big breaths here, maybe pedaling out the backs of the knees, lifting and lowering them on the mat. Keeping the head hanging, hands to the mat, framing the legs. Inhale, drag the hands back to the hips, round the spine up, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, down the back. We're going to do that 5 more times. We're going to move a little more fluidly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend and fold. Rounding up, inhale. Shoulders down, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Rounding up. Shoulders down 3 more times without instruction. Last time. Exhale, shoulders down. Go ahead and bring your left foot in to the inner right thigh, and then we're going to widen ourselves out a little bit here. So keep that right leg extending to the side and just start to open up into the hips a little. So we're really going to start to turn on into the side body now. On an inhale, we're going to take a slight twist to the right, and I'm mirroring you. So turning toward the bent knee. Not a very deep twist, we're just holding here. And as we hold in this position, I want you to bring your attention to the extended leg. Flex the foot, and if you're still feeling really tight in the hamstring, take a soft bend to that knee. If you're feeling really good and want to start lengthening the leg down towards the mat, you can do that as well. We're going to be lengthening into this right side body. Before we do so, bring your attention to the left side body. I really want you to think about keeping it engaged. So now we're going to begin to engage through the abdominals, through the strong muscles of the back. Take a breath in and out. Engage the belly. Go ahead and bring that left hand to the left leg, the thigh, the knee, or the calf. The shin, I should say. Right hand is going to reach out to the side in the same direction as that bent knee. On an inhale, we'll reach the right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, allow the left hand to slide down the leg. Maybe it rests at the ankle. Maybe we reach for the foot. Really be mindful of this left side body staying engaged. That doesn't mean it can't have rolls or be soft. We just want to make sure we get as much length as we can on both sides. So we're just reaching up overhead. Now our right hand is kind of reaching toward those left toes or the top of the mat. You may be able to bring that left elbow down to the mat. That's really going to deepen the fold and start to really turn on the side body muscles here. So take it nice and slow. Keep the belly engaged. Gazing up to the ceiling if it's okay, or we can just keep the neck neutral and look to the side. Breathe. Feel the space open up. Relax the right hip. We're going to come up from this position. So really strong in the belly. Engage the glutes a little bit here as we inhale. Reach up with both arms. Torso is center. Exhale. Bring the hands into the heart. Go ahead and bring that left foot in, and we'll extend the right leg. So right leg is probably now facing toward the back of the mat, and we want that bit of space between the legs here. On an inhale, we'll take that soft twist to the left. So just a little half twist here. We're just opening up through the body and opening up through this extended right leg now. Maybe that soft bend to the knee, but flex the foot. Or maybe we start engaging down, really opening up the hamstrings. Think about the side bodies. And begin to engage the belly. Slowly move your right hand over to that extended right leg. Maybe the thigh, maybe the shin. On an inhale, left hand will reach over to the side and up overhead. And then exhale, we'll start to slide the right hand down the leg and reach over with that left hand. And again, as soon as we start that little fold backwards here, you're going to feel the waist muscles turn on. So we're going nice and slow, deepening in increments. Maybe that right elbow comes down to the mat. Relax the left hip. Breathing, make sure that belly is still supporting you. Thinking about length through the crown of the head, that will help extend through that right side body. As we get ready to come up really strong through the belly, through the glutes, inhale, both hands reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Make your way into a tabletop position, hands and knees. We'll take a few quick circles up and around the wrists. Then we'll come to the top of the left hand, gently circle around. And shake it out before we move to the top of the right. And shake out the right hand. We're going to do a little something now we call wag the dog. And if you've taken my classes before, you'll be familiar with this. We're going to slowly shift our hips to the left and look back at the left hip. Inhale, come through center to table. Exhale, shift your hips to the right and look back to the right. So we can do this without engaging much. You can do this without really feeling anything. So make sure that the belly is supporting you underneath as we move back and forth. So we really get this stretch up through the side body, not just from the waist, but up through the rib cage as well. It's a slow movement. One more time to the left, one more time to the right. And coming back through table, 3 cat-cows. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale to round. And exhale. And inhale through center. So we're going to be engaging into the oblique muscles a little bit here. I'm going to give you the option. We can do these in table, or you can come to a high plank, and I'll demonstrate in both ways. We'll begin the first round in table. On an inhale, left toes reach behind. Feel the low belly tuck in. Press away from the mat, and then lift those left toes. Make sure we're not popping our hip open to the side and that the right leg is supporting underneath. We're nice and strong. On an exhale, we're going to bend that left knee, bringing up into the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the left knee, bring it behind the right elbow, so crossing underneath the body. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, bring it up to center. Tuck the belly up and in. Inhale, back. Exhale to the right elbow. You'll notice I'm doing this nice and slow. Right elbow. I'm going to switch to a high plank position. Center. Inhale, back. Exhale, elbow. One more time. To center and back. Right elbow and back. We'll all come back to rest in table. Go ahead, shake out the hands. And we'll move into the opposite side. On an inhale, right toes reach back, and I'll start in table here. Slowly lift the toes up as we engage through the belly, pressing away from the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, center of the chest. Reaching back. Exhale, left elbow crossing underneath. Center, back, left elbow, back. I'm going to move into a high plank. Center, back, elbow, back. Exhale forward, inhale back, exhale elbow, inhale back. Last round. Inhale, step back. We'll step into table, shake out the hands. We're not done just yet. Come back into table. This one's going to be a little trickier, and I often do this in my core classes, so this will be familiar to most of you guys. Inhale, left toes reach back. Belly tucks in. Right hand reaches forward, and we'll lift those left toes. What we're going to be doing here is opening up to the side. Take a moment to find your balance. We can always bring the right hand down if this is too much. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee, and open to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend and open. Slowly. Two more rounds. Last exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale to table. Shake out that left hand. Inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. One more time. Back in table. Inhale, right toes behind, belly tucking in. Left hand forward, right toes lift. Breathe, find your balance. Inhale. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the side. Keep that belly under you, supporting. Slow transitions here. Two more times. Exhale. Inhale. Last breath out. Inhale, reach. And release. Shake out the right hand. Coming back to table, tuck the toes. Walk the hands a step or two in front. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. As the head releases between the arms, pedal out the feet and feel the belly pressing toward the thighs. Finding stillness, you can shake out the head. Inhale, look to the hands. And exhale, walk to the top of the mat, folding over the feet. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, roll to stand. Arms come out and up. Look up to the hands. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe. And then release. And this is where we're going to find our strap again. And again, if you don't have a prop available to you today, that is perfectly fine. You're just going to want to maintain your hands about shoulder width distance here. So I have my strap shoulder width in each hand. And we're just, again, like we did seated, we're going to be opening up through the side body. We're going to be adding a little bit of a circle. So inhale, bringing the arms out and up. And as they come up, relax the shoulders. As the shoulders relax, you can see what I did here. Maybe you couldn't. I brought the arms up and I relaxed the shoulders. What I did was pushed my chest forward. So you want to really keep the ribs knitting in and the spine long but neutral. Pelvis slightly tucking. So again, I'm just allowing the space to open up here, not engaging too much. I just have that little bit of support from the core. Chin is lifted from the chest. And now I'm going to start to pull my arms back just a little bit as though someone has hold of the strap. Just opening up some space in the shoulders. And then thinking about my side bodies here. My side body always feels a little soft. So now I'm thinking about how I can start to engage through my abdominals and the muscles of the back to begin engaging into my side body in this arm lifted position.
So you can bring your arms slightly forward. They don't have to be reaching back anymore. And we're going to step fairly wide apart. I like to turn my toes out just a tiny little bit and take a soft bend to the knees. We're going to keep the weight in the heels as we do this. Take a breath in. On an exhale, we're going to reach to the left. Big extension through both sides. Breathe in. As we exhale, bend into the knees. Sweep the arms down to the other side. Inhale, use the legs, the strength of the legs to lift. Side bend to the right. You might want to adjust the shoulders so you're not feeling strain or pinching in that left shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Take a breath here. Moving to the right side this time. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Take a breath in. Exhale, folding down gently, bend into the knees. Reach to the left side, power up the glutes as we lift, breathe in. Side bend to the left again. Inhale, reach up. Side bend to the right. We're just going to go back and forth now. Once more to each side, breathing in to come to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, straight. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring the arms down. And again, just let that sensation wash right down through the body. You can get rid of your strap. And we're going to make our way to the top of the mat. If you have a block available, just make sure it's at the top of the mat in case we need to move it as we start to move here. So come to mountain. Settle yourself into this standing position, rooting down and expanding. Find your breath here. Find the support from your body. And all of your potential for the practice. On an inhale, arms reach out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, we'll swan dive forward over the feet, flat back, soften into the knees as we fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Frame the right foot. Inhale, left foot steps back. Runner's lunge. Right knee is stacking over the ankle. Come to fingertips if that's okay. You can also come to blocks under the hands and look forward. Press the left heel back. What we want is a little bit of extension between the legs and starting to build heat. Take a breath in. On an exhale, we'll seal the left foot to the short side of the mat. And taking your hand to a block or to the mat to the inner right ankle, really press into the baby toe side of the left foot. And on your next breath in, we'll come to side angle. We'll reach that left hand to the hip, stacking the shoulders, or all the way up to the ceiling, feeling those shoulders stack. Hip bones pressing forward. Maybe we look up. So the thinking, before we come into our extended side angle, we're already feeling a nice big stretch down this left side body. I want you to think about this right side body. And this might be where maybe your hand is to the floor. You have that capacity in the legs to reach down, but you're compressing into that right side body. So maybe we take a block today to find a bit more extension through that crown of the head. If your arm is extended into the air, flip the palm to face the front of the mat. And slowly start to reach those fingertips forward. Root down into that pinky toe of the left foot. And then slightly start to push up through the left side body and feel that big extension. It's okay if you still have that hand to the hip. We just really want to think about rooting down and then out through the crown of the head.
From here, we're going to come right into triangle. Slowly begin to straighten that right leg. Soft bend to the knees, okay. If the legs are completely straight, quads are engaged. Left fingertips back to the ceiling. You may have to move the block in a little bit. Tailbone is long. Again, we want to think about this underside body here. We want it to be nice and long. Growing tall through the crown of the head. We can always bring hand to the hip here. And for a little extra challenge, we're going to create a bind with the hands. We can bring the left hand down to the tailbone. Strong legs, super strong belly, glutes engaged. Right hand can reach behind. And I'm just going to grasp hands here and really thinking about extending through the crown of my head and rooting down through that left foot. Maybe even reaching and extending my arms back and breathing. You can always stay in a regular or modified triangle if this seems a little too intense, because it is balance and full body engagement here. We'll all come back to our regular triangle, whatever that looks like for you. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat. Take a soft bend to that right knee. And we're keeping both hands to the inside of the right leg here. And we're going to turn the right toes to this long edge of the mat, slightly pigeon-toeing the feet. So heels out, toes in. We're in a wide-legged fold right here. Hands can't come to the mat. We always have our block available. Take a breath in. Before we fold, really think about the difference in sensation between this left and right side body. And then exhale, start to bend your elbows and release your torso between the hips. Keep the feet rooting down, legs strong. We're finding some release here. Inhale, lift to fingertips, come to a little halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, walk both hands to the right foot. And with your left hand, I'd like you to take hold of your right ankle, and guide your torso closer to that right leg. And relax the head. Option here to inhale, right hand to the hip or all the way up to the ceiling. Legs are very strong. This is a little too much. We can keep the hands down and you can just reach for the toes or the ankle because you're really going to feel that left side body turn on in this deep stretch. Breathing in. Exhale, right hand down. Bring both hands back through center. Fold once more between the legs. Inhale, lift to fingertips. Look forward. And exhale, walk both hands back to the right foot. Turn both toes forward. Right back to our runner's lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot back to meet the left. 3 big breaths here. Inhale, look to the hands. And exhale, walk to the top of the mat, folding over the feet. Halfway lift, breathing in. And fold. Rolling up to stand. Arms come out and up, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And release. I'm just going to switch sides of the mat so I can still see you and just make sure your block is still available. I also have to adjust my mat here. It moves as I practice because of these carpets. I haven't figured out a way to stop it yet. So coming back through mountain. Inhale, arms out and up.
Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, frame the left foot. Inhale, right foot steps back to that runner's lunge, left knee stacking over the ankle. Coming to fingertips to look forward or hands to blocks, and press the right heel back without dipping the pelvis down. So making sure that left leg is super strong underneath. Breathing in. Exhale, sealing the right foot to the short side of the mat. And we'll bring the left hand to the block or the mat to the inner left foot. Hips tucking under. Inhale, right arm can extend to the hip or all the way up to the ceiling. So just in side angle here. We're rooting really strong through that back right foot. And thinking about this left side body underneath us, we want to stay long through the spine. And again, as we start to come into our extended side angle, even if you can reach the floor, it might be helpful to have that block so we can stay long through this left side. Flip the palm to face the front of the mat. Exhale, start to reach those fingertips forward. Root down that right foot. Belly is engaged. And we can still do this with hand to the hip. We just really want to think about grounding down and extending forward. Getting ready to come right into triangle on an inhale, extending that left leg. You may want to scoot your block back. Right hand can come to the ceiling or to the hip. We want to make sure the shoulders are stacking. So we're still engaging through the back foot, still growing long through the spine, both side bodies. If you want to add in the more advanced bind here, right hand can release down behind to the tailbone. Strong legs, strong core. Left hand reaching up under. I'm grasping hands. And as I start to engage, full body engagement, nice and strong, I'm rooting my feet back, crown of the head growing tall, long through both sides. And I'm going to reach my arms back a little bit here. And breathe. We'll all meet right back in our regular triangle, whatever that may look like. Breathing in. Exhale, bring the right hand down, both hands to the inner, left leg soft bend to that left knee. And then starting to turn those left toes to that long edge of the mat, hands walk into center for our wide-legged fold. Toes turning slightly in. Go ahead, slowly, gently release yourself between the hips. Hands to the mat or to a block if that creates more space for you. Root down through those feet. Allow the quads to be strong. Let the legs support you as you release the upper body. Inhale and lift halfway to fingertips. Look forward. Exhale, walk both hands to that left foot. Taking the right hand around that left ankle, guide your torso closer to the left leg. Option here to inhale and reach that left hand up to the ceiling. Breathe. Breathing in. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, walk through center and fold, release. Inhale, lift halfway, look up. Exhale, walk both hands over to that left foot, both toes turn forward, right back to our runner's lunge. Plant the hands, breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot back to meet the right, high plank, and then ground the knees to table. Widen out the knees, bring the big toes together, and sink the bum to the heels. Child's pose, forehead to the mat, arms extending. And if getting down to child's pose is difficult for you, we can always wedge the block here underneath the bum so we have something to rest on. Whatever is going to feel good for you. As we soften and relax here, really expand and breathe into the back of the body, through the back of the ribs and lungs. And we're going to take one more side body variation right here. On an inhale, walk the fingertips forward, lifting the elbows from the mat. And exhale, we'll walk both hands over to the right. Really inch those left fingertips up. And then soften yourself down a little bit more. You're going to feel that left side body talking to you. Inch those right fingertips up just a little bit so we don't compress into the right side. Try to keep the bum rooting back. We're not trying to lift up and forward here. Just melting the heart down. Inhale, walk both hands back through center. And exhale to the left side. Right fingertips inch forward. Feel that stretch. Melt the heart. And then don't forget about that left side body. Walk those fingertips up just a little bit here. Root the bum back and breathe. Hands walking back through center with the inhale. Exhale, flatten the palms to the mat. Inhale, drag the hands back towards the legs, rounding the spine up, shoulders to the ears. And exhale, slide them down the back. We're going to start to wind down. So go ahead, bring your feet forward. Knees bent right into our half boat position to come all the way down. Arms out to the side. Big breath in. You thought we were done. Almost. Inhale, reach the arms up. Feel the chest press toward the tops of the thighs. As we exhale, we're going to bring up both hands over to the right and lean back to our half boat position. Nice flat back. Inhale, reach up, belly to thighs. Exhale, hands to the left, leaning back for half boat. Inhale. Exhale, back, hands to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Allow the glutes to work a little bit. One more time. Right side, up. Left side, up. Exhale, bring your arms parallel to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, pull the navel way back. We'll start winding all the way down. Nice and slow, breathing. Once the head relaxes down, soften the arms, extend the legs. Big breath into the belly. Let it out with a sigh. Exhale, float the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. Rock from side to side. We can find happy baby here. Open the thighs wide around the ribs. We can rock a little bit here as well. And coming to stillness, bring the soles of the feet together. Keep the knees wide. Lower the legs to the mat. Soften, relax through the back of the body.
Inhale and bring the knees together. Let the arms fall open. And we'll extend the right leg. Oh, sorry, scoot your bum to the left side and extend the right leg. Left foot to the right knee, setting up for a twist. Take a breath in here. And exhale for the twist. Left knee coming over to the right side of the mat. Does not have to reach the floor. Left shoulder stays grounded. And then really let yourself go here. Inhale, move through center. We'll scoot our bums to the right side. Left leg extends. Right foot to the left knee. Breathe in. Exhale for the twist. Right shoulder stays rooting down. Release and breathe. Inhale to center. Even out the hips. Taking a moment now, any little last minute stretches or adjustments you need before Shavasana, feel free to find those. And whenever you're ready, extending the legs, tucking the shoulder blades under. Allow the palms to face the ceiling and melt the back of the body into the mat. The eyes can soften or close. And awareness returns to our breath. Feel the natural rhythm making its way in and out, creating space and softness. Just as we began our class with, we'll begin to build upon the breath. So finding expansion as you breathe in and extension as you breathe out. We'll stay with it for 5 more rounds before releasing the breath altogether. Challenging yourself to completely let go. And gently beginning to release the breath. Release control of your body, control of your thoughts. And just surrendering to this final posture of our practice. Gently allow the breath to deepen again and invite awareness back to the body. You can wiggle out your toes and your fingers. Rock the head gently from side to side. On an inhale, reach and extend the arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Gently bring your knees to the chest again and give yourself a big hug. Find those words of gratitude just for yourself, for all of your abilities, for your presence, and for your decision to spend some time on your mat today. Whenever you're ready, rolling to one side, using an inhale to come up to your most comfortable seated position. We'll bring the hands to the heart. And if you care to join me, we'll end our practice with a round of Om. Start by taking a deep breath in. Exhale all the stale air. One more inhale for Om. Thank you so much for practicing along with me today. I look forward to next time. Namaste.